Let's take it back a little bit. What type of student were you in school?
I was actually a smart student, man. Before I really jumped off the porch, I was actually smart. I remember getting honor roll A's and B's and all that too, man, before I really got tied up in the streets. I went to prison my first time when I was 16, so I really didn't get really 15. I caught a charge like right on my 16th birthday, so I really didn't get a full school experience. I was in high school probably like a year and a half, but I was smart. I just didn't go, being all the way honest.
Adult prison when you were 15?
Yeah, because they charged me in North Carolina when you're 16. I caught the charge on my 16th birthday. When you're 16, they can charge you as an adult if it's a felony above a certain magnitude. They could charge you as an adult, so that's what they did.
So were you able to finish high school, your high school career?
Yeah, I got my GED in prison. I did some college in prison, but I really like self-educated, man. Like I really like teach myself. I do want to go probably take some classes for a few things as far as like music and business and marketing and stuff like that. Maybe a few courses, but that's about it.
How much college did you get underneath your belt in prison, would you say? Freshman worth of
about
college?
freshman. Yeah, about freshman's worth. Just something to do while I was in there to keep my mind occupied. So, when you're trying to come home, man, you just got to put your mind towards positive things, man, to keep all the negative, because you're living independent negativity. So I was like, I might as well go to school, man. I'm sitting around here not doing nothing else with myself.
Prison time. How much prison time have you done?
All together, I probably had to sit and add, man. I've been in prison 4 times. So probably all together 7, 8 times. It's not 7, 8 times. It's about 7, 8 years altogether, from 16 until now. I just turned 30, so.
Why so many times in prison?
One time I went, it wasn't even one of the stints I can't really call a prison bed. My homeboy, I was at his house and his house got ran in and I had just came home. So seeing that my record was so messed up and just seeing who I was, they held me in the county with no bond for like 9 months. I could have beat the charge, honestly, but they told me that it would have been another 9 months to a year before, because I was in the county with no bond. It was another 9 to 10 months before I went to if I wanted a trial. So my homeboy, he wrote an affidavit and everything, told him I didn't have nothing to do with what was going in the house. They found all kind of shit, man. A whole bunch of guns, soft weed, a whole bunch of crazy shit. So I sat in the county 9 months and I got his affidavit. And like back then, I wasn't really on all the way, so I couldn't really afford a proper lawyer at the time. So I was rocking with the public defender. I gave the public defender my affidavit, and she took it to the DA. She said the best thing the DA could do is give me a plea for time served. So me being locked up, like, am I gonna sit in here for another year just not to get a felony? Because I know I could have beat in a trial. I just copped out, something I shouldn't have did. I just copped out, ate a felony just to get out. That was one of them. First time when I was 16. The last 2 times I went, I had caught a charge and then I had caught another charge. And then instead of running them together, because you catch a charge, then you catch another charge, usually run it together, let you go to prison, do one sentence. If they're within the same time frame, you haven't been convicted for neither one of them. But basically, they box carded me without box carding me. They took me to court, convicted me on one charge. I'm in prison trying to come back to get the other charge ran concurrent with it, but I come home, I finish my parole, and as soon as I'm off parole, they took me to court and sentenced me again. So it's just me, my name. I let the system get the best of me, man, when I was younger. Because, it's hard, man, when you a stand-up nigga, man, and you really running the streets getting to it, man, and you ain't gonna tell on nobody, man. You gonna go to prison, you get in trouble. Like, that's just what it is at the end of the day.
What's the longest bid you did?
My first one at 4.
4 years?
Yeah, my first one. I left at 16, came home 2021. I've been trying to stay away from catching a whole bunch of time, man. God bless, I never caught a whole bunch of prison time, man. That's one thing I can say I've been blessed with.
What types of prisons, security-wise, were you locked up in?
All of them except minimum custody. I never made my green clothes honor grade, so I was in close custody, medium custody.
Your first night on your 4-year bid, you remember that night?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, Smallz, I honestly don't. I remember times throughout it, but I honestly don't remember it. I do remember thinking like, man, what the hell I'm gonna do? And I remember talking to my grandma. She was just satisfied because my first bid, she put her house up. She took out a loan on her house to get me out. So she was kind of scared, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna run and they was gonna take the house. You know what I'm saying? I was young, I was 15, 16. So I just remember being sad, hearing the satisfaction in her voice, like her knowing I manned up. You know what I'm saying? If you do something, you man up and you stick your chest out and take what comes with it. So that's all I really remember about me initially getting locked up.
In your bids, did you rap inside?
Nah, not really, man. I started out, my first bid, I was writing books and stuff. Like my first prison bid, I was writing books and stuff, man. I never really did nothing with it. My second time I haven't been rapping, I could say probably maybe 5 years. As an accurate, 4 or 5 years is an accurate number.
But none really in prison. You didn't rap in prison.
Nah, I could always rap though. I could always rap. Like, you know, you have little freestyle ciphers and you might jump in it. I can always rap. But I feel like I'm where I'm at now because like I didn't build my mind up around rap. Like I learned words and stuff like that just to know them and have them. And I was a fan of music too. So I kind of took all that in before I decided to start rapping.
For somebody watching this, headed to their first time in prison, what are some do's and don'ts in prison?
Be yourself is the number one do. Don't go in there thinking you're gonna make friends. Do know the only time you're doing is the day you go in and the day you go home. Please don't eat that damn food. I mean, you know, it's just like the streets, man, but it's just like being locked in a room with a whole bunch of niggas and no females. That's really the only difference is. So just carry yourself out. Like you really see who a person really is in prison, man, because they don't have the luxuries or of drugs as they would. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's drugs in prison, but you know, you can't use it and abuse it the way, you know what I mean, you could out on the streets, so.
Did you have to fight in prison?
Yeah. My first 2 times I went to prison, I fought. My last, I mean, I can't say I didn't really fight like that. I mean, I didn't fight like that, but it's just about how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? My third time in prison, I knew everybody, so it was like, God damn, boy, what the hell you done did now? You know what I'm saying? Opposed to my first going to, like, I was at a youth prison. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of prisons in North Carolina that give it up, but, like, imagine being locked up with 16 to 24 in close custody from all the way from, like I told you, they charge me as an adult, so everybody in there, even from the 16, 17, they weren't in there for no bullshit, so.
Were those fights avoidable or unavoidable?
Yeah, I mean, it's prison. I can't even really say it ain't no fight that's unavoidable, honestly. Like, if it's even an inch that it should go there, you just need to just go ahead and take it there and get it out the way.
Craziest shit you seen? Locked up.
Shit, the craziest? I mean, every goddamn thing is crazy, Smallz. Be real with you, man. I'm talking about the craziest thing I probably had to see, man, is somebody I went to school with. I seen him in prison and he was a full live girl. Like, because I knew him. But you know, women, girls, and punks and all that in prison, that's normal shit you just look past and, you know what I'm saying? But it was kind of crazy for me seeing him because he played football and shit in middle school and high school, man, to seeing him, you know what I'm saying, in prison like that. Walking around the yard with hair and lipstick and braids and shit was kind of.
What was his reaction when he seen you?
I mean, he didn't really care. He was. I mean, I didn't really. I just knew him because we went to school together. You know what I mean? He wasn't really my dog or nothing like that. So it wasn't really. Even if I did see him in prison and he was a regular person, I wouldn't have ran up to him like, "Goddamn, boy, what's going on?" You know what I'm saying? I just knew him because we went to school together. But I done seen all kind of crazy shit in prison, man. All kind of crazy stuff, man.
Have you ever seen that show on MSNBC called Lockup?
Yeah.
Is that an accurate depiction of prison?
No. Not at all. I mean, it is sort of, but a lot of people put, you know, matter of fact, I can say it is, man. I was thinking about, I apologize, Smallz. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about Scared Straight.
Oh.
Yeah, you know when the little kids come through,
Right.
and yeah, but Lockup is really like that. They be in California prisons. They do a lot of California prisons, right? Yeah, Lockup is really, it's really like that in prison. Like you can go to prison, you get anything you want, anything you want. It's just is no females there except outside of the guards. Like I done seen it all, man. Guards bringing in pounds, ounces, to people getting killed in front of me. I done seen it all, man. I done seen it all.
What kept you motivated throughout your bids?
Just knowing that that wasn't the end. Like prison's not the end, regardless of what you're doing, what kind of time you got. Like I know somebody now that's making money from, he's putting out a magazine in prison. So it's not the end, man. Like, excuse me, as long as you know yourself and you're true to yourself, man, and you know your talents and traits that you feel like you can do something with, just when you were in prison, man, just take those and try to make a flourish. So when you come home, you know, you could try to make you some money off of it, man. My family really kept me motivated because I knew like it's like a balance. When I'm in prison, it's like this. When I'm home, it's like this. So I got to, like, it's not even really, I got to get it. It's not no other way because there's too many people that look at me to put food on the table.
Now, El Chapo escaped prison twice. Did you have any thoughts on breaking out?
Hell yeah, every goddamn day. Yeah. Every day.
Were you ever close? Like on really doing it?
Nah, I wouldn't never try, man. People kill you, man. But, you know, I wanted to leave every day. I never had really enough time to make me feel like jumping the wall, but I wanted to leave every day, man. Every day.